Welcome back to my channel. It's Mama Beauties here. Welcome. This is a place where we do not hate, we participate, we articulate, we speculate, and if you do not act right, we will have to regulate you on out of here. I am the only one that is able to block, so I am very lenient, and if you are feeling attacked in the chat, like people are saying that you should be blocked or whatever, feel free to email me and I will always give you a reason on why I blocked you and give you a chance to redeem yourself. So I am a firm believer in second chances, and so I will definitely unblock you if I feel like it was unfair. And or if I took you wrong, because sometimes there's no tone in the chat and there's no tone in text. So you don't really know if they were being rude or not. So like last night, somebody had thought that another one of my subscribers was being rude and they really weren't. And so we all just have to be super nice to each other because you never know, unless they just flat out or, being ugly, you never know if that's just their personality. If they're just a dry person, they're not very into humor, or whatever, however you word that. But hey, everybody, I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. I'm super worried about this precious, precious soul that has been missing you guys for almost a week. And there's been so much misinformation out there about Allison Watterson that I want to clear some things up. And I just find it devastating that no one else on YouTube is covering it. I mean, the news outlets, when I search it on YouTube, you guys, only the news outlets are covering it. And I just think that since so many days have passed, there's a possibility that she might not be in that area anymore. So we need to share her picture and share her all over the US, everywhere, because the possibilities are endless and they have no clues. The boyfriend is in custody, but he hasn't been charged. It's for unrelated charges. He did not report her missing for 30 hours, you guys. He did not report her missing for 30 hours. Allison Watterson was last seen on Sunday at noon in the neighborhood. That the next morning on Monday, a neighbor of that neighborhood came out and found him in his truck, the boyfriend. And I don't even want to say his name because he doesn't deserve his name to be said. But he could be innocent. And that's another reason why I don't want to say his name, is because I don't want to slander the guy if he didn't do it. But you don't not report your girlfriend missing for 30 hours if you're innocent, is what I'm saying, personally. And that's just, all parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This is for entertainment purposes only. But this is not very entertaining at all. And so what happened is this neighbor came out and they found him sleeping in his truck. And instead of the boyfriend jumping out and saying, "Oh my God, my girlfriend's missing, we got separated, we need to call 911," to this neighbor that found him in his truck, he says, "Can you give me a ride home?" So he goes ahead and catches a ride home from this guy, which is maybe an hour away, I'm thinking, or more, and gets dropped off, tells his dad that his girlfriend's missing. They contact Misty, which is Allison Watterson's mom, and then she is reported missing at 5:30 on Monday, you guys. She was last seen at 12 noon on Sunday. So then the police find him out in the area that she was missing in possession of a stolen vehicle. And they arrest him on the stolen vehicle, and that's why he's sitting in jail. But he also had all these other charges that he had warrants on from probation violation. He had violated his probation and he had these warrants out for him. So he not only got charged with the possession of the stolen vehicle that he was in, he also got charged with he also got arrested on all of his violations. So it's super sketchy. I've had a friend of hers. I've had two people that say they know Allison comment on my video, and they both feel like there's more to the story. I had one of the girls email me, God rest their soul, they've got to be frantic. I know I would be frantic if one of my friends were missing. And so I am not one of those YouTubers that want subscribers and I just want views and I'm trying to make money. You guys know that I'm not, that I don't monetize these videos, that these videos are to get the word out there, not to make money. And so that's why you never see ads. So I'm not going to, when someone comments and says they know the victim, I'm not going to say, hey, come on my channel, we need to get you on here, da 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 da. I mean, I will ask them in email if they want to, or if they want to share, or what I can do to help. I'm not going to be a vulture and try to bring them on and pick them apart. It is up to them. These people are grieving and hurting over someone that's missing. I mean, you grieve over missing people, even though they are alive, they're just missing. You grieve, and it's a loss. It's a huge loss. And so I want to help them right now. I don't want to hurt them in any way. And so I know I say "and so" too many times. So I just told her that she was safe here in our community. And she did say, and this is in the comment section so you guys can see it, so I'm not violating anything that she has said to me in private. But she did comment in my comment section on my Allison video that he would use drugs and get aggressive. He has in the past gotten aggressive when he used. And I just responded to her that we've all been there. We've all been with an addict of some sort that, you know, is a different person when they're on their drug of choice than they are normally. So it's just very scary. And I personally, okay, and they're also saying now the boyfriend's dad told the news outlets that they were out there hiking. But it came to surface yesterday that they were not hiking out there, that this is not hiking territory. They actually went out there to see a friend and they had car problems and broke down or something to that effect. They had car problems, whatever that is, and then they got separated. Those are the only facts we know, that they had car problems out there and that they got separated and that the boyfriend was found sleeping in a neighbor's truck. He got taken home. He did not report the separated girlfriend for 30 hours until the next day on Monday at 5:30. And they've been searching frantically every day since. And in the beginning, they had volunteers out. They had, you know, huge search parties. And then the last 3 days, they've narrowed it down to just the professionals, just the canines, just SARS, just the law enforcement. And so from what I hear, we all could volunteer at our local search and rescue. It's called SARS. It's a community that allows citizens that want to help to be able to go out on these search and rescues and help look for clues in these people when they come up missing. And evidently every city has it. So if you just want to research that in your community, you can actually help. All right, let's see. Hey, Tristan. Hi, Chronic. Hi, Donna. Hi, Louisa. Hi, Billy. Hi, Ellen. Hi. Mama, have they interviewed the gentleman who owned the truck? Nope. 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 Not at all. But I did like completely look at her Facebook yesterday, guys. She's just a normal, I believe she's 20 years old. She's just a normal 20-year-old, you guys. She reminds me so much of my daughter who's 19. And this mom has to keep it together and be so strong to, be able to stay focused and help lead the search and all of this. But she's breaking on the inside. I can't imagine what she's going through. I can't imagine. It breaks my heart. Look at her, you guys. Look how beautiful that girl is. That's somebody's baby. And why is no one reporting on that? On Christmas Day, I reported about the missing children. Nobody had reported about it yet. Not Critical Cray, not Braun Moxley, not anybody. Okay. And I said, please, you guys, share this content. Take this content, run with it, please. I asked them to do that. I begged them to take this content and get that out there, because up until that point, it'd been a month, and those baby Joshua Vallow and Taylor Ryan, no one was talking about it at all. Nobody was. And then, people started doing it. And I love that. That was great. That makes me happy when people do my content. I'm not going to get mad. I'm happy that I got it out there and that other people, we're talking about missing people and saving lives, not I own the content of that true crime. I mean, I want people to do it. So once I covered that, KJ has said on her Instagram live, the one that brought down Leslie Bass, the one I love so, so much, she said that nobody on YouTube has covered Joshua Vallow and Taylor Ryan, and that she was the expert to do it. And I just don't think that she needs to come into the true crime community, because she's all about reality TV and all of that. And I just honestly don't feel like her intentions are good. They're just not. So that's just the only person that I really don't want sharing. But as far as Allison Watterson too, right now, nobody's covering it on YouTube. Will you guys please do your research, do something, share this picture, get her face out there. There's been plenty of time to get her out of that state that they're searching in. What if somebody else took her? They've had so much time to get away. So we have to share this all over the United States, not just in that community. We can't just jump to one suspect. We have to, for her sake, she's still missing. We have to keep our minds open. Anything's possible. So share that beautiful girl's picture and share her GoFundMe. The link is down below. Her mom works in a restaurant. She doesn't have money to be missing work, but she's right there on the ground with those SARS people every day. She needs help. So please, if you can, every little bit counts. I'm sure I've shared her GoFundMe link down below in the description link. I've checked it out. It's legit. It's not from somebody else. I've actually read Allison's Facebook. I've seen her mom's Facebook. I'm in a small group on Facebook that I'm not going to share with here, because it doesn't need to be cluttered with speculation. It is to help find this baby girl. Now, the reason why she can't call for help is because her mom worked at a restaurant and somebody gave her mom an iPhone. An iPhone. This is my iPhone. It doesn't work right now, but when it did work, even though it's not hooked up to service, I could download an app to have a text-free app or a hands-free phone number on the phone when I'm on Wi-Fi. And that's what Allison had. She had an iPhone that was only Wi-Fi. So they don't even know the previous person's number that gave the phone to her, because it wasn't a friend or family member. It was just somebody that was passing through from the community that came into the restaurant, gave this mom the phone, and the mom gave it to her daughter, Allison. And so they don't even know the phone number to be able to ping that phone, if it's even possible to ping it, to find out the last location it pinged at. And it's just so much going on. And so I want people to share that. KJ, if you want to come in the community, there's plenty of people covering the Josh Vallow and the Taylor Ryan case. Come over here and help us find Allison Watterson if you really want to help. It is sad, Helen. Thank you. So this mom is suffering. It says that there's a known time delay of 30 hours. We know that. And because of that, it's possible that she might not be in the area. Oh, they just said the same thing that I'm saying in this group. Wow, at the same time I'm saying it. So they're going to try to get some locations outside of the area to put up these flyers. And they said that if you're able to distribute posters through social media or by printing and posting some in your neighborhood, please do. So, I mean, this needs national media coverage, you guys. Everybody needs to be trying to find Allison. Just help bring this baby home, please. Let me see if her friend emailed me back. And I have confirmed that her friend is truly her friend. I found her on Facebook, on her Facebook. So, and if she doesn't want to talk, she doesn't have to. She can definitely talk to me anonymously if she wants. I don't have to share anything that she tells me. But I feel like we need to get, it out there, what she looks like, how she carries herself, anything that we can. He waited 30 hours to report it. It is, I'll give you the exact location. Let me get my Facebook pulled up. Okay. I'm covering so many cases right now, so I'm sorry. It's like a support group for the family. Okay, it happened in Oregon, and trying to find out what's it. North Plains, Oregon. It happened in the North Plains area. Yeah. And then you guys can share the GoFundMe link as well. Uh-oh, I trolled you so. Let me see. I trolled you so is what I say when there's a troll in the group. So is there one? Helen, I don't see it. It is sad. Yeah, Oregon. It's not Texas, and it's Oregon, love. Yeah, it is crazy. It's super crazy. And it terrifies me for my daughter. You guys, here's a picture of my daughter. Terrifies me for her because she's always looking beautiful. This is my daughter. She has blue lipstick on. beautiful. I mean, she can wear anything, and she's just stunning. This is her without makeup. So, hi, Casey Lynn. I don't see anything. On what? Oh, trolling. Thank you. Yeah, she is. And she has the biggest heart. And you guys, when I went and read Allison's Facebook, her Facebook read just like my daughter's, just like it. This girl did nothing wrong. People need to stop bad mouthing. If they are, her mama had to say last night that people need to stop victimizing her or vilifying her daughter. And that is just awful that mama has to go through that while she is wondering where her baby is at, that people are talking crap about a missing child. It's sick, man. Sometimes I just can't stand people. I really can't. I really can't. So it is super sad. So here's the poster. This is what she was last seen wearing. There's the backpack and the shirt she had on last. All right. That's the red backpack she had and the shirt she was wearing. And this is a picture of her. This is not my daughter. This is Allison Watterson, you guys. Just what she was wearing, her missing person poster. She's 20. She's 5'7", so she's of my height. She's 120 pounds, so super thin, you guys. Brown hair, blue eyes. She had a mustard yellow hoodie on and a black pants, maroon colored Champion backpack. And they were last seen in North Plains, Oregon. Allison Joy Watterson was last seen during the day on 12/20 while with an adult male near Old Pumpkin Ridge Road in North Plains, Oregon. Her family has not seen or heard from her since 12/20. Allison has a tattoo of an eye with a teardrop on the left shoulder collarbone area and a tattoo of a fairy sitting on a spider web located on her left forearm. If you have any information regarding Allison's whereabouts, contact the North Plains, Oregon Police Department. It says WCSO at 503-629-0111. All right. So that is her missing persons, North Plains, Oregon. And that was shared 13 minutes ago. And it says, please continue talking about Allison with your family, friends, neighbors, coworkers to help spread awareness of her missing status. And so this needs to be all over the YouTube true crime community. AD, get on this. You guys get on this. This needs to be shared. We're all here. That's why the YouTube community is so great. I can share it here in North Carolina. You can share it where you live. They can share it. Take this content, I'm begging you, and get Allison's word out there. Let the people know that hurt her that they are going to have to back out of that corner they went in. If she's been hurt, like, make these people uncomfortable. Somebody's got to start talking. Yes. Thank you, Paula D. I'm so happy to have you here. Oh, I got you, Helen. Hey, everyone just got here. Hi, Paula. Anna, welcome everyone. So yes, we definitely need to get this shared. The support group has like 2,000 people on it on Facebook. You're welcome to try to find it yourself, but I'm not going to share it here. I'm just going to see if I need to I was going to share some stuff that she had on her Facebook. You just I feel so bad for her friends and her family, just not knowing and not being able to talk to the boyfriend and get any answers. Her mom has almost raised the 5,000 that she was trying to raise though on the GoFundMe. So that's cool. So yeah, her phone is just a Wi-Fi phone. She doesn't have hey save Robbie. She doesn't have, look at her profile picture though. I'm telling you, this girl is stunning. Stunning. And her caption to that picture says, "The way it's going to be." And that was 4 days before she was last seen. Mm. Her Facebook says she's single, you guys. So from what I was reading, their relationship was rocky. They seem, I am speculating here, I could be absolutely off the mark, but they seem like maybe they broke up a couple of times. But just the way that she talked to people, she was so sweet to them on her Facebook, and the stuff that she posts was really down to earth. A lot of people shared the stuff she posed, so like that's how relatable she was. She'd have a post that wouldn't have any comments, but it'd have 7 shares. So I thought that was really cool. Um She had a really close friend named Megan, I can tell, because she's always talking about her, and they're together a lot from what I can tell. And she calls herself out for being sensitive. This little meme about being sensitive. Yeah, she's stunning. She shares a PSA: if we're friends and we have plans, or I ask you to hang out, if your mental health isn't the best, if you're tired, or if you simply change your mind, please tell me. I don't ever want my friends to feel forced to do something. Iliism, and you come first. So sweet. And it was just a meme. She shared it from someone else. So I'm not sharing her like private post. It's memes. She seemed pretty open-minded about the borders and she shared a really funny thing. It's another meme where someone's asking, "You into cars?" And then they text back, "Yes, it truly was a masterpiece of film." And then the person said, "No, mean like you a car person." And the person says, "I'm a human." It was funny. Yeah, his 30 hours is crazy. Yeah, I agree. And he fell asleep finally for the first time in weeks, for all we know. But who knows? I know this guy is innocent till otherwise found, but there's something sketchy and something he had to hide or cover up with many hours of passing. Oh, yes, girl. I mean, if y'all want to know my opinion, he did it. And like they were going to see his sketchy drug dealers. And there's more than him involved. That's my personal opinion. I could be, again, way off the mark and it could change tomorrow once I get more evidence. But right now, as far as speculation goes, I feel like this wasn't a place that they always went to, and maybe it was the place that they were going to score or he was going to score. You know, I'm not here to judge anybody. You guys know I'm on Suboxone. So one addict can suggest that someone's an addict. I'm allowed to do that because I am a recovering addict, and it just seems all of this seems super sketchy to me. So had he taken her somewhere where she's that beautiful around those kind of people, it's just, and I want to think that on the other end of it, that she just got lost and she can't find her way out and she's trying to live on the land till somebody finds her, and that she really was just misplaced or displaced between the two, and that it's just she doesn't know how to get out of there. I do go back and forth with a million different scenarios. That's why I have you guys here, because you keep me grounded. You keep me on reality instead of speculating beyond all, realms of possibility. Drugs are evil. Yes, you're right. Mo is the app just for your area or any. May I know the app? Huh? Oh, Mo. Who's Mo? Let me go back and see. It's like no one's safe anymore. I have an app on my phone that shows crimes around me, and I was shocked what is happening in my own backyard. Oh yeah, you guys, I got lots of look at the bottom row, my news apps. I got Fox News, ABC News, CNN News, NBC News. I got it all up on there to keep, yeah, I'm constantly checking the news. But does Sage have days of meltdowns more than others? Jackson is having meltdowns a lot today. Yes, and it's always right after Christmas, Jennifer. The sensory overload after Christmas is too much. The psychiatrist said that it's even better to like give them 3 presents 3 days before Christmas, 3 days a day before Christmas, and 3 on Christmas. Like if you had 9 total or whatever. Of course, I only buy my kids 7 or at most. But like it's just the sensory overload. It's having to go everywhere constantly. It's changing their routine. Christmas throws all kids on the spectrum out of whack. It's okay, baby girl. I'm here for you. Voice of the voiceless. I agree with you for now. Voice for the voiceless. Yes, I think so too. More people involved. Yep. Oh, I think he was major drug issues. And if it does have to do with drugs, just my thought. Yes, girl. Yes. America, freedom of speech. That's right. It could be someone that owed her boyfriend money for drugs, could have been targeted to hurt him. Exactly. Preach, Miss T. You got that right. Only way she couldn't get out of there is if she was hurt, taken by somebody, or dead. That's right. You put the words right out of my mouth, sister. Life of Yvonne. The app is called Citizen, and you put your location in there. Thank you, Mo Bay. Love you, precious soul. Gage. Sorry. It's okay, girl. I knew what you meant. Life of Yvonne. Thank you, Mo. Yes, you guys get that app. Everybody get the app. And as soon as I know something, I know that everybody's on the ground right now. And as soon as I know something, you will know it. And then She did share on November 8th a meme that says, "Love your girl as much as the cooks at her job do." I love that. I'm telling you, I used to get harassed by the cooks at my job too. Bless her. I mean, just so relatable. This one had, like I said, a lot of people share her stuff. This one had 4 shares. And it's my chemically imbalanced brain going from lonely to happy to horny to depressed to sleepy within 5 minutes. And it was a meme. So, right, too. It's, I mean, she was just relatable. Bothers me so much. When someone helps you while they're struggling too, that's not help, that's love. And she shared that meme. And again, I am not reading her personal status updates or anything like that. I'm just reading the types of memes that she shared. Bless her heart. If you're weird, I like you. So cool. But oh, look at this beautiful picture. Oh, you cannot hate yourself into a version of yourself you can love. Oh, that is so true and very deep. That was her a year ago, you guys. She is so good at makeup too. Her makeup is so on point. All right, you guys. Again, she was last seen. Let me show you the shirt she was last seen in and the backpack right here. She had on an orange hoodie like that and a red backpack like that. And Allison looks like that. Please, please help us, you guys. Um, Yes, he's out of school this week too. Yes, that's another trigger because the routine's not the same. Yes, hit that like button, you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button just for me to show YouTube that people are watching. And if you are new, I would love to have you in my community. I promise I'll have your back. I won't let anyone harass you here. This is not a place where the comments get out of control. So hit that subscribe button. You're welcome here. If you have something you want to share, I am more than willing to give my platform to anyone, you guys. If another content creator wants to come on my platform and share something with my subscribers, because it's maybe different audience than they have on their channel, I'm more than welcome to have you appear on my channel and talk to my subs. So any other creator that wants to reach out to me about collabing on anything, I would be more than happy to come on your channel or have you on mine. So remember that and email me if that's something you're interested in doing. Life 360 is a free app that shows all crimes in your area and tracks the location of each family member. Thank you, Maria M. So Life 360, you guys. Not to jump the gun either, but like, wow, she's absolutely stunning and totally wasted on that sorry punk. When I first saw his pic, I thought, geez, if meth had a face. Mm-hmm. Girl, yes. And I think he has some meth charges that he on his record, to be honest. It breaks my heart when he is this upset. I wish I knew what to do to help him. I know, girl, me too. But when they're having those meltdowns, you just have to like give them. Have you tried a weighted blanket? I forgot how old he is. You told me so many times, and I'm so sorry. He might be too old for a weighted blanket. But sometimes a weighted blanket helps comforting during a meltdown. But what I do is I let my son, Jennifer, he has this plushie doll They're stuffed animals, but now they call them plushies, you guys. The new way to say them are plushies. And when he gets that angry, I allow him to take that plushie doll and just throw it on the ground over and over in one spot until he releases all of that. And he turns it into a game. And by then he's okay. So maybe a punching bag if he's too old for a stuffed animal to toss around. Maybe a heavy bag that he can punch with some punching gloves or some way. Or tell him, you know what? I know you're so mad. Why don't you go outside and run around the house 3 times and then come back in here and tell me if you're still mad, or something like that. Just get out that aggression. I can tell it's bothering. Um, yes. The case, Helen? Maria, thank you. I'm going to get all the apps for my area. Let me see what Helen said before that. It's sold. Oh, it's odd how many people have public post. Other than Play-Doh, do you have any recommendations on calming game we could play? Yes, Uno and Jenga work for me. But with Uno, I have to let him win. Because if he loses, it could get worse. Sometimes he's a wonderful loser, Jennifer. But then there's when he's already having a meltdown and we're playing a game to divert from the meltdown, then I usually let him win. I pray she's found too, Michelle. I think it's only odd to those who don't, though. Perhaps people who do post publicly think that those who don't are just odd. Yes, that's true, Polity. It's informative, friendly, and funny. Thank you. I was so glad you were live. Sorry, I'm talking off topic. No, girl. Our sons are always the topic. Okay, we are mamas first before anything. And share your story. Welcome. It's a great app. You can upgrade for more future, but it's not worth it. He's 4 years old. Oh, okay. Yes, Jennifer, you're going through, that's when Gage was diagnosed at 4. And I was so overwhelmed. So overwhelmed. It was probably the hardest year. It's going to get easier. 4 was the hardest year, Jennifer. So I hope that gives you a little bit of hope. And the first and then has worked really well. Like when he's having a meltdown, like let's just say you took the Game Boy away or whatever he plays with, and he's having a meltdown. He wants it so bad. He wants that back. You better give it back. You say, well, first you're going to do your math test and then I'll give you the Switch. And that usually works. The first and then thing, I don't know why, but it works really well. And then I also bought these visual magnets that say, wake up, brush your teeth, get dressed, time out, calm down, lots of different stuff. And he has this board. It's called Schedule Kids. It's online. You can get this magnet that puts these little things on what he is to do throughout the day. And when they can see a visual schedule and they know what is coming next, it seems to ease them and calm them a lot whenever they can remove a magnet from there after they've done it, put it away, and they can look at the next magnet and they know, okay, now I've got to get dressed. And they can see what's coming. And I also learned that whenever you leave, Jennifer, you need to give him a 10-minute warning and let him know, hey, we're leaving in 10 minutes. And then when the 5 minute hits, hey, buddy, we got to go in 5 minutes. Remember, we're leaving in 5 minutes. That way you're preparing them for the change. They do not like surprises. They do not like sporadicness. They don't like chaos, loud noises. They like a strict schedule regimen. It is truly like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. It really is. It gives all kinds of state and information. All my oldest college campus has Life Safe, and I hear and see anything going on there. Oh, that's great. I'm going to try it, Miss T said. Yeah, me too. I'm going to try that with my grandson. He has extreme ADD. Yes, girl. It's called Schedule Kids, or you can make your own. You can, make your own. But it wasn't very expensive for the Schedule Kids thing. And they have everything on there, even like outings to let them know when they have stuff going on. So it really, really helps. I just blew up a punch balloon, and so hopefully that will relieve something. Lord, give me strength. Yes, a punch balloon is great, girl. And I'll let him have it. Yes, I have to let him win in our car game. He even takes the better car for the track. That is funny, Jennifer. I love it. I can relate to you so much. Prayers to you and him, just like Paula said. He was diagnosed at 2. He was 100% nonverbal. Now he knows ABCs and can count to 50, and he loves puzzles. So that magnet to do thing he would love. Yes, girl. And I wish I would have gotten Gage diagnosed at 2, but I was in denial. He was nonverbal at 2 as well. And he was delayed at walking, delayed at everything. But everyone kept trying to tell me that he was, and I just didn't want to believe it. And so I'm so glad that you got early prevention and early diagnosis, and things are just going to get so much easier for you. 5 and 6 is great years. I promise you, it gets so much easier than 4. I got a tent that covers my daughter entire bed, and it helps immensely with bedtime. That's when our meltdowns happen. It is also somewhere she can go to recollect herself. Heather is absolutely right. You got to give him a safe zone, whether it be a bean bag with a sheet, tacked up over it so he can hide behind it, or a little cubby somewhere, or just some type of safe zone where it can just be cool and calm. There's no sensory things in there, maybe just a book in the safe zone. And that is really good for them because they have a place to be able to go desensitize all their sensories that are going off. Perfect, Heather. Thank you. The fidget cube is popular. Lots of different styles to be fidgety with. Yeah, that's awesome. I've never heard of the fidget cube, so I'll have to check that out, Donna. Thank you. His OCD is bad during unwrapping gifts also. Yes, that's why they say, Jennifer, it's easier to not give them all the gifts on Christmas morning. What you do is maybe over a course of 3 days, give them the gifts like that. It's easier. Or save some gifts back from Christmas morning and give them out as the days pass, 1 at a time or 2 at a time. Those tent beds are really amazing. My grandson has one. Yes, awesome. My son still sleeps with me, guys. Grandson. I know you didn't just say grandson. Did I say grandson? No, I have a granddaughter. I do have a granddaughter. Paula D. He must be smarter than his mama. He is smarter than me for sure. But let me just go make sure that this is not a troll. I think there were other comments. It is odd how many people have public phone. Oh, Jackson's your grandson. Okay, gotcha, love. That's perfect, Paula. Your grandson has a double door closet. We put a light and pillows with blankets. He goes in there and plays. Yes, that's great. If you can get some throw pillows and even a yoga mat in an area where they can not see anyone and anyone can't see them, it's perfect. They even have them at the Arms Around Autism place that we go to do Zumba and stuff like that. They have a sensory room like that. They need a calming area in your home that is specially made for them, and it helps out a lot. Oh, you're sweet, Paula. Thank you. I'm 41. I'm not as young as I look. And I use Mary Kay. I've been using Mary Kay for the last year, and it honestly has done some amazing work to my skin and my wrinkles. These emotion lines used to be super deep all the time, and then my frown lines were really, really bad, and I had wrinkles throughout my forehead. But we have tightened everything up by actually taking care of my skin. That was my problem before. I didn't want to take care of it. If she'd answer, it'd be nice. Uh-oh. Jennifer, that's exactly like my son. He's now 31 and doing well for himself. Early invention is really key point. Yes, Donna is absolutely right. Jennifer, the tent bed changed everything. I couldn't believe it. I'm so thankful for it. Yes, get him a tent bed, girl. My 6-year-old heard you say timeout and was asking me why Mama Beauty said that. LOL. That is so funny. I love it. I used to use a program, 123 Magic. Thank you for everyone for the support. This is so upsetting when he has rough days. He hasn't had a meltdown in a while, but all this Christmas coming at him, I believe, is the problem. Yes, girl. And that the psychiatrist says he sees it a lot at Christmas time with the kids because they're just overwhelmed. All that wrapping paper, all those noises and dings and the music going on. And while all that's going on, they're hearing the shuffling of feet, they're hearing the smacking of lips. Do you know that my son lost it on me for sipping out of my Yeti cup on the way to an event one day? I go set up at events with my Mary Kay and with my nail strips, and I take him with me because of his meltdowns, I can't find anyone that will keep him. So he comes with me and he was like, "Stop doing that." And I was like, "Gage, I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about?" And so I took a sip out of my coffee again and was like, and he was like, "That, stop doing that." And it's because their hearing is so heightened, they hear everything. So the man that, is always, there are men that do that. I guess dentures are too big for your mouth or something, but that will drive them insane. They hear every single little noise that we don't hear. And then the fluorescent lights of Walmart triggers them, and so they want to act crazy in the store because they're hearing all this noise going on. And it's high anxiety. They're not just bad kids, it's their sensories are on overload, and it's making them anxious. So in the store, you'll get that look like, "You need to take care of your kid," and then I give them the look like, "Mind your own business." Thank you, love. That's so sweet. Yes, you do not look like you're 35 either, Natasha. You got that fountain of youth too, girl. Let's see. How can I help my 23-year-old son who has Asperger's? He socially isolates. Oh, that's the problem. is that we, all of us, I have Asperger's as well. That's how my son got it. My dad had Asperger's and was discharged from the Army for it. But the problem is we're comfortable alone. We're happier alone. And maybe he could get out in a, what about his, does he socialize in his games? Is he a gamer? Does he get socialization when he's gaming? Let's see, where did that comment go? Okay, Lisa Moreno. We're talking about your 23-year-old. Maybe he can reach out and get some friends online, because we are very comfortable in our homes. We don't like going out into public and making friends that way. It's easier for us to make friends online. Like this community that I have here, I would never have this in real life. I would never have this many people looking out for me and caring for me, because I would have to go out in the world to do it. And I don't like doing that. I don't even like going to Walmart or to the post office. It's like people with Asperger's, when you wake up and you know you got to go somewhere that day, it's like pending doom all day. And you'll just want to cancel it or reschedule it, or so he's more comfortable not out and about, and that's the only way you meet people these days. So you have to figure out a way for him to meet people online. It'll be so much easier. There are Asperger support groups on Facebook, which are amazing, and he'll meet somebody on there. He'll probably meet a nice young lady, because there's lots of Aspies on there that are sharing what they go through in an everyday basis, and he'll finally have a community where he is understood. So definitely, if he has a Facebook, have him search some Asperger support groups on Facebook in your area, and they meet up on the weekends and do stuff together all the time. You're lucky Mary Kay and her whole damn family couldn't fix me at this point. Paula, you stop it. Yes, she could. You stop that. Wow, I didn't even think about all that coming at him. That's heartbreaking. Yes, honey, it is. And we don't know. They diagnose our children and then they throw us out to the wolves. They do not educate us. They do not help us understand. They don't give us a pamphlet. They don't give us a book. I mean, we're lucky to get the doctor's notes at the end of the visit. Sound triggers, I see. Yes. 80% of what your looks like is a result of what you do or don't put on your face. Makeup choice is very important. I also love Botox. You're funny, Heather. Thank you. You're right. It is important because there's lots of chemicals in a lot of makeup that people buy that is out there that's bad for your skin. Firecrackers are bad right now. Yes, he's a gamer. So then he can meet people through there. But I honestly think that if he had a Facebook, he would do really well in an Asperger's community on Facebook. Would it be best if I allow him to be comfortable and stay at home? Yes, girl. Yes, it is. Because I mean, it causes so much anxiety to leave. And so what we have to do is figure out how to get him to want to leave. There are times that I want to leave. So that's what you work on, is getting him a reason to want to leave. And I think that maybe if he gets in one of these Facebook support groups for Aspies in your neighborhood, they'll meet up sometime and he'll have already seen them sharing and seeing that he understands their post. He might not comment, he might not say anything, but he'll be able to read every day when these people make these posts in these support groups and see, man, that just happened to me 3 days ago. I completely understand her. And then eventually he will warm up to the fact to going to one of their outings or speaking to some other people in Messenger. There are people like him out there. that he can connect to, because we definitely don't want to send him out there with these evil people that don't understand social anxiety and mess him up even more. And he's not messed up at all. I shouldn't have said that. And mess him up, period. Makes me scared too, just shopping or checking my mail. I get it. Yes, girl. Social anxiety is a huge thing for somebody with Asperger's. And we all, to some degree, have social awkwardness. Some just more than others. Thank you, Deidre. My son used to pull off all my daughter's Barbie doll heads, put Vaseline on her doorknob, etc. He was a real mean brother. Donna, I just had to send a wig that I had bought. I had bought this platinum blonde wig, and I was using it in my lives when I was selling paparazzi, I think, or just trying to get more people to view me. And I ended up having to send it to this precious little girl whose older 14-year-old brother shaved her head. Took a pair of clippers and vroom, just went right over and shaved her entire head. So I'm telling you, my kids knew better than to do that kind of stuff to each other. Mama would have lost her. I can relate to Aspie symptoms. It's something I should research. And if you go back to when my channel first started, I have like a 5-series thing about Asperger's in women. And because I was diagnosed late in my life, just last year, I wanted to share that it shows up differently in women than men, and that a lot of women go misdiagnosed, that a lot of people misdiagnose you as OCD, ADHD, ADD, and really you have Asperger's. And so go check out my series. And what my series is was 150 women, all that had been diagnosed with Asperger's. They wrote a list of everything that they all had in common. And so these are all the things that you would look for in a woman with Asperger's. Have to go out. Those days are the worst. It's never that bad. Once I get out, it's getting out that gets me. Yes, girl. He had a lot of charges in the past 2 weeks. I need lots of Botox. His teacher changed at school last week also. Then his week, he had 5 Christmas get-togethers. He's not sleeping good either. Yeah, Jennifer, that's it. I just had to get mad at my son's school. They gave him 3 new teachers so far. As he has had 3 new teachers, and they're only halfway through the end of the year. I do not like that. They don't like change. I took him out of public school because they would teach him all year and then test him with a different teacher. And Gage doesn't like change. So he would do horrible on the test. But then when I put him in homeschool, he made straight A's. So then they changed his teacher 3 times. So I've been dealing with that too. I know exactly what you mean. That is not okay. Oh, mercy. I'm that way with dreading things. I've always thought it was due to having PTSD, but I think all your examples you're sharing is giving me a look at myself. May have some same diagnosis. Yes, Miss T, go check out my series. You'll be surprised. It'll show you each and everything that we all had in common. And I had every single one of those circumstances in my life. And it's because of that series that I went and got diagnosed. When I found that series on the internet before I covered it on my channel, I was like, wow, this is way too many similarities. I need to go talk to a psychiatrist. And that's when I got diagnosed. Hope everyone is having a good day. The pending doom. Every time I have to go to Walmart. Yes, girl, it is not okay. Why did they take Asperger's away as a diagnosis? I know I spelled it incorrectly. Because they put it on the spectrum. They call it high functioning autism now, and instead of Asperger's. And I think when the DSM comes out again, when they update the DSM, like when they call it the DSM-6, that they hopefully will take Asperger's off the spectrum and help educate people on it, because a lot of people have no idea about Aspies. Are all kids with heightened senses on the spectrum? No. Natasha Richardson. Norma Guerrera. Yeah, that's how you say it, Norma. Yeah, no, that's people can have heightened there's savants that have heightened hearing and they're not on the spectrum, and then there's savants that are on the spectrum. Let's see. Ooh. No, I was the youngest. I had to teach my sisters they couldn't be mean to me. Haha, I was a tomboy. You go, girl. Me too, believe it or not. Public schools are the worst. I do online schools with my son. Me too. We do K-12. What do you do, Natasha? He's in North Carolina Virtual Academy. I will definitely watch your videos about it. Yes, Miss T, very informative. And that is how I found out that I was an Aspie. So you might be doing the same thing at the end of the video. Probably why we get along so well. I think that's what I have. I stay home in my room and I don't care about people around me. I like being alone. I hate going any place with people. Drives me crazy. I have to leave or have panic attacks. Yes, Paula. I mean, I was literally having company over and sitting there wishing them to leave. I would drop hints for people to leave. Well, I'm going to bed now is the only one that people would literally take the hint and leave. But I'm the same way. I just like my alone time. And you're probably right. Then there is a test online too that you can Google and have him take it, or you can take it as his teacher or as his caretaker. And if he scores, I believe 32 out of 50 or higher out of 52, then it's worth going to get him checked. But remember, no one can diagnose you except for a psychiatrist through the proper assessments. Yes, anxiety disorder comes a lot with Asperger's, and it's just because you're overwhelmed from not being able to know the social norms. You're overwhelmed from, people. You're easily conned. People pull the wool over your eyes and scam you all the time. You're easily scammed. You're easily convinced. You have a hard time believing that people lie. You have a hard time with lying yourself, to the point that even when you should lie, you don't, and you overshare to connect with people. I mean, just go back and watch the series. It is a very, very informative. I had to break it down into like 5 videos because there was so much coverage on it. Time for learning and Astro soon for my 6-year-old. My grandson is 7 and has alopecia, but also noticed he was high awareness of sound. Oh, that's really cool, Norma. I can definitely, about his high awareness of sound, I don't know what alopecia is. Alopecia? Enlighten me, sister. I can definitely relate to many of you and your comments. I belong to a couple of introvert groups on Instagram, and they post exactly how I feel. I love being alone. Don't answer my phone or door. Me either. My phone is on silent 24/7. I don't like to hear it ring. I keep it on silent and I go to it once or twice throughout the day and I see who's called me. And even if it's 3 hours later, I'll call them back or message them back. My friends know not to expect a response from me right away. That's just not, I am not a slave to my phone. I don't like surprises. I like a routine. I like a schedule. I plan to make a plan. My grandson's 7. Oh, I can definitely relate. Oh, I read that. My niece, who is autistic, always says, "Thank you for coming to my house. That's our hint to leave." It's kind of cute. She is extremely honest. Were you socially awkward as a kid? No, not really. I overshared to connect with people. And like as a kid, what it is as a kid, you think Olive Garden is a garden with olives at it. You think that baby Belle is a little bell. Okay, you think that you just don't understand sarcasm. I caught her red handed. We think that you literally caught somebody with red all over their hands. When you say they're dumb as a box of rocks, you literally think that that person has a box of rocks in their head. And so you're just very literal. It is hard to convince a child with Asperger's that a fat man comes down a chimney on a fire, or that he rides reindeers, or they are very, very logical. So be prepared to get corrected and called out a lot around an Aspie, because they will break down the truth right then and there, and they're not being malicious by doing it. Let's see, Natasha, at Walmart in line, I get so stressed. I have groceries delivered now from HEB. Yes, and my son will talk to everyone in the line. He will stand right on top of them, give them no space. He does not understand personal space, and he'll just say, hey, maybe you can be friends with my mom. This is my mom standing behind you. Look what we bought. And he'll just start talking and going on and on. He does not know any boundaries when it comes to that. Phone is always on silent. Yes, so is mine, Paula. He has gotten through college with master's degree, but his social abilities have always isolated him. That's okay. He'll meet another isolated, awesome Aspie woman at some point in time in his life. And you just have to figure out what he likes and go from there. So let's just say Gage likes comics. I got to take him to a Comic-Con at some point in time, and he'll meet people like him. Or Gage likes acting. I got to take him and get him into a community theater school so he can be around other people that like the same stuff he likes. So instead of trying to get him to branch out and like other things and do other things, find ways to branch out doing the things he already likes, like video games. Maybe there's a convention somewhere for an awesome video game that you could get him to go to with you, or by himself, or things like that. Maybe there's you can pay these celebrities money to do cameos and stuff. Maybe you could get them a cameo of their favorite celebrity telling them to do something, lots of different creative ways to help them get out there. It's just really hard coming up with them because they're different. They have smartism. That's what I call it, instead of autism. Smartism. My child Gage has smartism. My kids go crazy and draw so much attention shopping, Mama, as if my looks aren't enough. That's how my kids are, though. Mine too. He's an architect. If within adoptee girl for 10 years. So you were so right. He was supposed to go to a dinosaur exhibit today, but I'm wondering if that would be too much. But he loves dinosaur. Well, I would take him and then just not do anything else after that if you do take him. Or if you decide not to take him, don't feel bad about it, because you're trying to desensitize his sensories. But yeah, I just wouldn't do anything else after that if you did decide to take him. And I would just tell everybody, listen, he needs a break. If you've got something for him or you want to give him something, give me at least 2 days to get him back into his normal routine. And then we can throw him out of whack again, because Christmas does it. I promise you it's Christmas. But I love you guys. I'm going to let you go. I've got to go get some food in my belly. And I wanted to come on here and share what I knew about Allison. And hopefully I can get some more information from this Facebook group that I'm in. Let me just see if there's anything else been posted. Mm-mm. Yeah, so I'm going to try to find the link for the poster, and I'm going to put the poster link in the comment section down below, or not the comment section, the description. And so if you guys want to print some flyers and put them up in your neighborhood, please do that. It says here that you can download and a copy of the most recent poster as a JPEG image attached or as a PDF from the files area. So I am going to go into the files area and get a copy of this poster and bring it over here. And you guys are going to print that out and put it up in your area. Anywhere, just one poster is all that I ask, is that you just get one poster up in your area of this precious girl. We all can come together. That's not hard to ask. If you are able to donate some money to Misty, I'm sure she would be more than happy and more than appreciated. More than grateful. I didn't mean to say happy. More than grateful for it. And she's out there working hard trying to find her baby, you guys. So the GoFundMe link is down below. But if you can't support that way, I totally understand. Christmas just happened. Who has money after Christmas? But try to print this PDF that I'm going to put in the description box and put it up outside your home if you have to. Put it up on a tree somewhere. Just put it up. Get this girl's face all over the United States. Make somebody feel uncomfortable that this is not just being done right there where she was last seen, but this is a nationwide effort. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I'll let you know what her friend says to me in email if she's willing to share that. If not, I'll keep you posted on all the stuff that I find out that's public. And please, if you're another content creator, by all means, take all this information and go share it on your channel, because you might have different viewers than me, and that's what I want. I want everyone to be sharing about Allison until this baby girl comes home. Much love and a virtual hug to each of you. Bye. And also, there is a series on Asperger's. If you think that there's a possibility, Asperger's shows up in women way differently than men. That's why we see our sons and we're like, I'm not like that. No, he didn't get that from me. But then when I found out how women are good at masking their Asperger's and blending into society, I found out that me too, I had a strong assumption that I had Asperger's. And when I went and got checked, I was diagnosed as well. Then when I got my dad's headstone recently, I found out that my dad was discharged from the Army, honorably, of course, for personality disorders. So that's what they called it back then. It is hereditary, you guys. And so just keep that in mind. It's nobody's fault. You didn't do anything, and they are perfectly normal. They have smartism. They just have an Apple operating system while we're operating on Android. That's all it is. Okay? They're just like you and me. Bye. Bye. Was it not? Oh, I can't end it. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Bye.